Mr. Daps and Johnny 5, a new show every week. Give a snap and raise your mug for the corner full of geeks.
Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
And I'm Johnny 5.
And why are you Johnny 5 tonight?
Because it's May.
It is May.
What month number is May?
5.
And 5 is
Your favorite number? Yeah.
But May is also my favorite month as far as holidays go. And there's two that are coming up really close to each other that I'm really happy about. The first one, obviously, Cinco de Mayo, which is the 5th day of the 5th month. Wonderful holiday.
Perfect for you.
And right before that is Star Wars Day.
It's true. You were born in the wrong
I was. I'm really supposed to be
a May baby.
A May baby, yes.
Yeah.
And also, April showers bring May flowers.
And you like flowers?
And you know what May flowers bring? Pilgrims. I love that joke. And this is like the only time of the year that I get to tell that joke. So thank you.
And it's
thank
late night,
May.
so somebody might laugh.
Yes. It is Geeks Corner After Dark, or
it's late night.
Yeah.
At the corner. That doesn't sound great.
No.
That's scary.
We gotta keep. But we're filming, and it's just after midnight.
It just turned midnight.
A couple seconds ago.
Like 45 seconds ago, it just turned midnight.
So you were witnessing the turn to midnight. So if we're a little slower paced today,
this is why. Yeah. We were. But that's okay, because it's May.
It is,
and it's exciting. What's going on in May? Do you know?
Nope.
You really don't know?
Now Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
Up. So
also one of your favorites, since
happy
your mom
day to mothers.
Does all your birthday and baby shopping for you.
Yes, and she does a wonderful job. She does better than I would.
Can you do a lightsaber sound effect for me? That's a much better than I can do. Yeah. So, did that jog your memory?
About what?
What else is happening in May?
May the 4th be with you.
No. Well,
Star Wars.
Yes,
Star Tours is reopening in May?
No, it's not. But if you're an annual pass holder, you can sign up to go on a preview of Star Tours in May.
Okay, that was a terrible segue.
Just because you didn't get it doesn't mean it's a bad segue.
It means it's bad.
No. Anyway, you have till May 8th
yes.
to sign up to go on Star Tours for the preview and not wait in line for however many hours it's going to be this summer when it actually is officially opened. And it's going to be awesome. So sign up, go to Disneyland.com. You have to sign in to the annual pass holder area of the website and follow the directions.
And then you sign up for a contest. I really hope I win this one, because when the Finding Nemo submarine reopened, they had the pass holder day that you could go. And because of scheduling, I couldn't get there until late. So I ended up in line, and I got to go on it. But I didn't get on it until like 1 or 2 in the morning, so it wasn't technically the day it opened. It was the next day, and
so it's kind of like
close.
this episode.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
See, we're still filming on our regular day, just like 24 hours before when we would.
Yeah.
22.
Well, 22, yeah. We are insane.
Speaking of things that you can do for a limited time in May that involve contests, is about how good that
Yeah, I think I'm going to
was.
stick with the segues.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know where we're going, right?
I do know where you're going, actually.
Do a better segue.
Let's.
You can vote on which segue was better in the comments. Segue into the next thing.
You know, you pretty much killed it.
I win because I had one.
So
speaking of contests with voting periods in May,
how about
I think it's more concise.
Speaking of voting in May.
Speaking of voting in May,
would you like to vote for Johnny 5?
Yes.
We are doing a campaign for Johnny 5. He's not running for president. He's not running for city council.
I'm running for an egg
He's not
bot.
even running for the school council. You're running for what?
An egg bot.
He's running for an egg bot.
I'm going to put the glass down because this involves some demonstrative handwork.
It helps with the hands.
I have a company that I'm working on that does elementary school assemblies, and it's on a science lab theme. So we're always looking for projects we can do and upload to YouTube. And we came across this contest on a site called Instructables. And you send in a tutorial that has to do with something with eggs. Just do something with eggs and submit it to this contest.
Is this for Easter?
It was just
Okay.
about Easter. The submission period just ended yesterday. The voting period began today.
So vote.
So vote. And what we stand to win is this little device that'll hold an egg and spin it around, and you can program it and stick a Sharpie in there, and it'll draw on the surface of the egg, or any round shape, even
Will we
up to
do
the
something
size of
for
a
Geeks Corner
grapefruit.
with this?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
You know, imagine,
So it's in your best
yeah.
interest.
It'll have like ping pong balls with the Geeks Corner logo,
There we
or
go.
something, or golf balls with a picture of John Lasseter on them. That we can give to him as gifts when he
That was
arrives.
a nice interview last week, by the way.
So you saw it. You now believe me.
No, I do not.
Anyway, there's
He
a
did
link.
most of the editing last week, so I think
I
he
did,
pulled a quick one.
I did not.
Mm-hmm.
I snapped. I'm not going to snap because that's where the magic happens. I snapped you out, and I snapped John Lasseter in, and we did the interview. I didn't edit anything out. It's exactly
Cheap
what you
tricks.
saw. No.
Mm-hmm.
Did somebody say cheap 3D tricks?
Compliments.
But in
Thanks,
the description, thank you. In the
Yeah.
description of this video, we'll put a link to where you can go to vote. Vote for the Shadow Egg project, and take a look at the video we made. It's not as good quality as these are, but it's basically a hollowed out egg with stuff inside of it.
It
You
really
turn on a
doesn't
light
matter
and it
how
shines
good
through.
it is. It's the fact that
just
he
vote for
did
us.
it. Just vote for him. Don't
Yeah.
even watch the video. Just click yes.
And even on the page, you can just
Watch
click
it.
vote. You don't even have to open up the tutorial at all. So
Just vote.
yeah, and it's
Because
my
we wanna
little
win,
crafty thing.
We want to win this toy, and we'll come up with something creative
Yeah.
that we'll do on here. Maybe we could use like Francis or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'd like to see him do something
Yeah,
laboratory-wise. I mean, it'd be really funny.
absolutely. I'm picking up my
Speaking
glass
of
again.
labs, do you remember when we first started Geeks Corner, what we wanted to do, what we wanted to wear for Geeks Corner? I totally just remembered
There's
this.
so many things popping into my head
Lab
right now.
coats.
Really?
Remember
I do not recall that at all.
We're going to have Geeks Corner lab coats when we first started the show. Yeah.
You're making things up at this point.
You don't remember this?
I have no recollection. But I can't remember last week either.
It's when we
so
were brainstorming the show
that's
originally.
Right. Yeah.
And we're like, wouldn't it be cool if we had lab coats? And we looked them up, but we did never really follow through.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember why we decided not to.
Because this is easier.
Well, that's probably it, yes.
It's right.
Because we don't look goofy enough.
Right,
saying,
yeah.
Porch and calling it a corner and
Well,
someday
there's two corners. We're
there
surrounded.
are.
Well,
We're
four,
surrounded by
technically.
corners.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're in the corner of corners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What else were we going to talk about tonight?
Late night.
Late night with Daps.
Woo.
Uh-huh. This should be coffee.
Mm. Yep.
We never sleep.
Public service announcement.
Public service announcement.
This is for anyone who wants to
Go get your popcorn.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have access to Adobe Premiere and Adobe After Effects and you're trying to get rid of a green screen, do not use the chroma keyer that is included in the package. Use After Effects Keylight. It took me a couple of days to figure this out, and it
What happened
really,
because it took you so long?
it really stressed me
In fact,
out
there
for
were
a couple
lot
of days.
People really upset about
There
this.
were. There
Do
really
you know
were.
how many people I had to explain that you were working really hard on DNN?
And my to those of you, I had to completely miss. Yes,
Tired.
that's the verb form of explanation. You create an explanation as you explanation. So I will begin explanating.
Let's use that.
Webster,
Mhm.
that one's free. Next one will cost.
Sure.
So I had to completely miss Sweeper Sunday for the first time in I don't know how many months, and it really upset me. But the entire night, literally the entire night, I was working on editing DNN. Because
And
it was my
last
first
night,
time.
but the night before,
The night before
and
and the night before that.
that.
It was my first time editing DNN.
Mhm.
Mr. Daps usually takes care of that, so I
And-
was learning everything from scratch, whereas he has presets and all these things that he
No,
learned
I
the
do
first time we did.
I
Well,
do it from scratch, but I just
Well-
know how to use it.
exactly, but it took you a while the first time.
Mm-hmm.
It took you a minute or two. We
Yeah.
had to play with the settings a lot. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was playing with
I
all
have
the
a
settings.
simpler program too.
Well, I found out mine's actually just as simple, if not simpler.
Oh,
I
it
was
just
just
doesn't
using
look
the
like
wrong
it.
preset. I was using the color
okay.
keyer, which does a really bad job, instead
Yes,
of
it
Keylight,
does.
which does everything instantly. That it
Egon looked like
he had a
kryptonite or something.
green
Like he
glow
was
around him at all times. It was terrible. And I actually had it uploaded to YouTube.
Limburger cheese.
Yeah.
Remember in DuckTales, I think it
Right.
was?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. We actually had it uploaded, but I felt so terrible putting that online that I did not let myself earn Sweeper Sunday until I could fix it. And I didn't end up fixing it until 11:30 at night. And it was,
he called me at 11 in the morning
yeah,
upset about this. And so that's
Yeah.
how many hours he
I
put
spent
in on
the
Sunday.
entire day trying to fix this,
That's
watching
devotion.
tutorial after tutorial. But a fun side project of that that I'm really excited about
Mhm.
is we have Daps Productions created. We just haven't had projects to do this with. But all the tutorials I was going through trying to figure out the editing, just the green screen stuff, now I have a whole arsenal of things that I can do in these video editing programs that should give us some really
so
cool
watch
projects.
out, world.
Yeah, so I missed this last Sweeper Sunday, but hopefully as a result of that, there will be so many cool things that you can watch whenever you watch your
And
YouTube
you'll be
videos.
at this Sweeper Sunday, right?
Exactly.
Awesome.
And I'll be
See?
at all the
good.
Sweeper Sundays from here on out, so
Very good.
until something else crops up, but yeah.
Okay. Or crops down.
Or crops half the screen, or crops out the green screen. Crop is a great
Egon
word.
loses his head.
That'd be nice.
You wish. Speaking of Egon,
Always.
you guys together did a interview. I guess you supported him in an interview.
Yes.
Tales
yes. I
podcast.
thought you were going back, and I'm like, are you just reintroducing
No, I'm not.
this story?
I'm actually not.
Okay,
being,
let's
I'm not gonna,
let's skip this one entirely.
because
but yes,
it's so
we,
late. I'm not going to embarrass you this
thank
week.
you, thank you.
I'm tired. You're tired. We
we
want a
have
straight edit job.
more of that
I have lots
pre-segue,
of
pre-segue of more stories of why
Going
I'm not being
back.
embarrassed this week. But the
Going
interview,
back, you guys did an interview.
Yes.
On Saturday,
I believe so. Yeah.
and it was you and Egon
Mhm.
and Alan Joyce from Tales Podcast.
Yeah.
And tell me about it.
I actually didn't talk at all during the interview because they really wanted Egon to be there. I was just there to make sure all the technology was working.
Supporting,
Yeah, get the Skype
making
working.
it all work. Okay.
Yeah, staying on the mic, making sure that everyone's sounding okay, all that kind of stuff. So
Was it a good interview?
Yeah, I thought so. It was a really nice interview.
Good.
And I would highly suggest, if you're not already subscribed to the Tales from the Mouse House podcast, go ahead and give them a listen, and that should be
You
going
can
live
check them
anytime soon.
Yeah, soon I would think.
Yeah.
You can check them out on Twitter at Tales Podcast.
But,
And we love them. And we got one last thing tonight.
mhm.
Actually, this morning. It is now Tuesday, May 2nd.
Yes.
So we can officially wish Ragtime Robert a very happy birthday.
This balloon is for you.
Orange balloon,
Happy birthday.
just for you.
See, I
This-
didn't hit the camera.
This reminds me of some other episode we did.
Gee, I wondered.
So we're gonna end things there.
Oh,
and-
but we're not.
Oh, we're not.
Speaking of music,
I totally forgot.
we're trying to use "speaking of" as many times
Speaking
as
of.
possible. If you can find every instance of
How many
"speaking of,"
segues can we come up with using
Yes.
speaking of?
if we come up with 20,
Speaking
we'll
of
actually win a
glass
segue.
cups.
But speaking of music,
Music.
you were talking to me just before filming
Mhm.
as to why I shouldn't sing tonight.
Oh, you're right. So we had quite a few suggestions of this last week of what he should be doing
Mhm.
for his song. However, none of them had a plurality, none of them had a majority. So we want you to vote on the songs that were suggested during episodes 30's comments. So any of those are eligible,
Mhm.
and whichever one gets the most votes, he will perform next week.
Yes, because I can't make my own decisions,
And
apparently.
you can only vote till Saturday because he needs a day or two to practice.
Right, absolutely. So yeah, let the voting begin. I will do whatever the fans want me to do, but I won't do that.
Lonely goat herd.
Don't influence the voting. You're contaminating the sample.
We just influenced voting on that egg thing.
Well, yeah, but that's different.
Case in point.
But fine.
You want to hear him yodel, I know this. I want to hear
We'll
him
have
yodel.
to film a little earlier in the evening. I don't think the police would be too
In
happy
fact,
about someone
I
yodeling
think
on a
we want
porch
to hear
at
him
midnight.
warming up for his yodel, probably, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, we will check to see if we reached 30 comments for last week when this goes live. So, I think there was like 6 more we need, 8 more. So you have, who knows how many hours you have. It depends how long it takes to render and upload and all that jazz.
But since you won't hear this message until it's rendered and
you have to wait
uploaded,
another week. Sorry. But that's about all the time we have for tonight. This morning. Tonight still, I guess. There's not even fireworks and the lights are off in the background.
I can add fireworks.
it
I found
really
out how to
is-
add fireworks.
Except I edit these.
I know.
Maybe next week. I don't know. Yes, that's all the time we have for tonight. We'll see you around the corner.
geek out.
That's all, folks, it's time to go. We'll be back next week. Hang on tight, we'll see you around.